Morning. Right, wife's out, kids are out, so I thought I'd tie a few rigs. And I just thought I'd show you how I tie my rigs. Might be wrong, might be right, who knows, but this is the way I do it. Basically, got your float. This is a 0.3 Maver sort of Series 2 sort of Chinty style. Nice bristle, wire stem. Looking for a little bit of stability sort of through the winter months. So that's basically what I'm doing at the moment, just sort of tie my rigs for the winter campaign. So what I've got, said floats there, using the old 016. Basically this is what I use through all of winter. I don't change it, I don't make any exceptions. Basically 016 all the way through, which is £5.5. You know, and then I'll just sort of tailor the hook length to whatever I'm targeting, or if I feel I need to step up, go down, etc, etc. Anything from 09 up to sort of 013. Right, so float line, line through the float, like so. Now this is where I do things probably a little bit different to most people. As you know, sort of this area here is a painted area normally. What I find is when I'm putting the silicone on, sometimes I can go way too tight up there for my liking personally. And then what I tend to find is if it tends to sort of bury sort of into the body of the float. So what I do is I actually use an 0.7 mil for the top part and then 0.5 for the bottom part. Now when it goes up to there, it's, you know, it's not as what's the word, it's not going to go into the as tight as an 0.5. It's got a little bit of looseness to it. It's still not going to move obviously once you strike a fish, when you're playing a fish, but for me, I know that it's not going to be sort of going into the body of the float. So put my 0.07 on, grab my 0.5 as well to make sure it's the right one. Another thing, as you can see, I only put 2 pieces of silicone on. Now the reason I do this is I'd rather use a longer length of silicone rather than shorter pieces, but also by having only 2 pieces of silicone, in theory there's less resistance when it's going through the water. So if I had 3 pieces, there's more resistance, but with only 2 pieces, there's less resistance in theory, she says. And I have tried to do it myself. I've actually got a float, and there is a slight difference. There genuinely is. So I said that's why I've done it, and that's why I do it. So pop them on there. So as I said, this one's going on nice and easy compared to the 0.5. Comes up to there and it just sort of slows down. You know, I don't obviously go all the way to the top. Sort of leave what's that, 5 mil, something like that. Put the 0.5 on again, which is going to be stiff at the bottom there. And again, obviously, I'm leaving a little bit there just so I don't get any tangles and whatnot. We should prevent tangles, she says, but we all know that's almost impossible. This is the 0.3. So with this rig, I'm going to go and put 5 number 8s on. What I'm going to do is, because this rig is going to be sort of like a slow falling float, I'm going to obviously grab that, quickly do my loop on there, go around twice. Definitely one of the best things on the market, I really are. Use scissors, don't use your teeth. Good. Right, so that's that done. Now I'm going to get my 5 of these. This number 8, that's going to obviously go on the knot there. That potentially would change to a number 9 on the day. However, whilst I'm just sort of putting the shot on, well, the correct shot that I know it to be, any trimming shot will obviously be done on the bank. And I'm spacing these out probably, what's that, every sort of 4 inches for me, which is a nice fall. As I said, it's a wire stem as well, so it's going to cock itself. And I said these shot are just to obviously bring it down to the tip. I mean, this float will be predominantly used for targeting silvers and F1 through the water. Just pull that up a little bit more. Right. And that's that done. So I've got a nice sort of, as you can see, there's sort of 5-shot there. Should be a nice fall through the water. What I also do is basically put it on the winder backwards. And what I do is I try and make everything as universal as possible. So when it comes off the winder, I sort of know that it's going to actually be, you know, the same regardless. The float's the same, etc. Why am I such a tangle here? What's that doing? Right. So yeah, try and make everything universal. And what I mean by that is basically I'm going to make this 14. I'm going to make this 14. Well, what I mean by 14, float on the winder there. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So you pull it onto that winder. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now in theory this is a 19cm winder, so that's 1.9 meters. That probably would be enough, but I don't know, as a thing now, I sort of tend to go to 14. 13 or 14, just depends really. So 1, 2, 3. And that's that done. With regards to any sort of heavy rigs like 0.5, 0.6, I tend to go to 18. I tend to do 18 turns. Again, I'd rather have too much line than not enough. I don't want to be adding line on and stuff, etc, etc. Sort of any excess line I do have gets recycled with the angling recycling scheme that people may have seen. And that's pretty much it. With regards to hook lengths, again, as it comes off the winder, I can add the hook length straight away. I'm not worrying about having to take all the way off, realise it's not long enough or whatever. As I say, it should be long enough because I said they're all universal. But you know, as I said, I can add the hook length straight away. Sort of in my heart, I know that every rig is the same length, and yeah, as I said, just simplifies my fishing, and hopefully it will simplify your fishing. So, right, boys and girls, I'll see you on the bank soon.